Do this to escape toxic environments and instantly raise your vibration. Most people don't realize how deeply toxic environments shape their reality. It's not just about the people around you, it's the energy, the thoughts, the patterns that keep you trapped in cycles of low vibration. And if you're not careful, you can live your entire life stuck in a reality that doesn't even belong to you. But here's the truth: you can escape. You can shift. You can raise your vibration so high that toxicity can no longer touch you. The real question is, are you ready to let go of everything that's holding you back? Let's start with something that might shake you up. What if I told you that the toxic environment you're in isn't just external, it's also internal? You see, the world around you is a reflection of your internal state. The people who drain your energy, the situations that make you feel small, the negativity that surrounds you, these are all mirrors of something unresolved within you. This isn't about blame, this is about power. Because if you created it, you can uncreate it. If you attracted it, you can shift your energy and attract something new. But most people don't do this. They stay stuck. They complain. They wait for the world to change instead of realizing that they are the ones who must change first.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
So how do you do it? How do you escape a toxic environment when it feels like everything around you is pulling you back in? The first step is radical awareness. You have to see the toxicity for what it is without sugarcoating it, without making excuses. You have to be brutally honest with yourself. Are the people in your life lifting you up, or are they keeping you small? Are your daily habits raising your energy, or are they draining you? What emotions are you living in every day? Fear? Resentment? Anger. These emotions keep you stuck in the same vibrational frequency as the toxicity around you. And as long as you stay in that frequency, you remain trapped. But here's where it gets interesting. The moment you shift your internal state, the external world starts to change. It might not happen instantly, but it happens. The universe responds to vibration, not words. You can say you want a better life, but if your energy is still locked in fear and limitation, you will keep attracting the same experiences. So the real work isn't just about cutting off toxic people or moving to a new place, it's about mastering your own energy. It's about becoming so aligned, so elevated, that toxicity can't reach you anymore. One of the most powerful ways to do this is through detachment. Most people are deeply attached to their suffering without even realizing it. They are attached to their story of pain. They are attached to the idea that they are victims of their environment. But what if you let that story go? What if you stopped identifying with the struggle and started identifying with your power? Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you no longer allow external circumstances to dictate your internal peace. It means you stop reacting and start choosing your response. And when you do this, something incredible happens: your energy shifts. And when your energy shifts, your reality shifts. I think about this: what would your life look like if you fully stepped into your power? If you stopped tolerating anything that lowers your vibration? If you became the kind of person who is so full of light that negativity simply cannot exist in your presence? This isn't just a fantasy, it's a choice. And it starts now. But before we go deeper, let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to rise above toxic environments effortlessly while others stay stuck, no matter how hard they try? What is the real difference between those who break free and those who remain trapped? The hidden frequency: how to shift your energy and escape toxic cycles for good. The difference between those who break free from toxic environments and those who stay trapped comes down to one thing: energy. It's not luck. It's not intelligence. It's not even willpower. It's vibrational alignment. Most people don't realize that their entire reality is dictated by the frequency they are operating on. If you are vibrating at the same level as your toxic environment, whether it's through fear, resentment, self-doubt, or anger, you will continue to experience it, no matter how badly you want to escape. But if you shift your frequency, if you raise your vibration, the toxicity will either dissolve or remove itself from your life. It has no choice. Energy doesn't lie. It doesn't negotiate. It simply aligns. But raising your vibration isn't about forcing positivity or pretending everything is okay. That's where most people get it wrong. They think if they just think positive thoughts or repeat affirmations, their life will change. But real transformation happens at a much deeper level. It happens when you shift the core of your being, your beliefs, your emotions, your energy field. It happens when you stop feeding the patterns that keep you stuck. Every time you engage in negativity, every time you gossip, every time you allow yourself to be drained by toxic people, you reinforce the very frequency that's keeping you trapped. And it's not just about external toxicity. Your own mind can be the most toxic environment of all. That's why escaping isn't just about cutting off people or changing locations. It's about changing you. So how do you do it? How do you shift your energy so powerfully that the toxicity in your life can no longer touch you? The first step is purification. You have to cleanse your energy field. And this isn't just about meditation or smudging sage, though those can help. This is about deep energetic detox. Start with your thoughts. What are you feeding your mind every day? Are you consuming fear-based content? Are you replaying past traumas in your head? Are you filling your mind with self-doubt and limitations? If so, you are keeping yourself in a low vibration. You have to start guarding your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. Replace negative inputs with high-frequency ones. Surround yourself with wisdom, with knowledge that expands your consciousness. Read books that elevate you. Listen to music that nourishes your soul. Speak words that empower you. Every single thought, every single word carries a frequency. And when you start choosing higher vibrations, your entire reality begins to shift. But mental detox isn't enough. You have to cleanse your emotional body as well. Unresolved emotions are one of the biggest anchors keeping people stuck in toxic cycles. If you are carrying unhealed wounds, if you are holding on to resentment, if you are still emotionally tied to the people and situations that hurt you, you are energetically bound to them. This is why forgiveness is so powerful, not because it excuses what happened, but because it cuts the energetic cord that keeps you connected to toxicity. Forgiveness isn't about them, it's about you. It's about liberating yourself from the past so you can step into a higher timeline. And sometimes, the person you need to forgive the most is yourself. Once you start cleansing your mind and emotions, you have to align your physical reality. Your environment is a direct reflection of your energy. If your space is cluttered, chaotic, or filled with reminders of things that lower your vibration, it's keeping you stuck. Cleanse your space. Remove anything that carries old energy. Let go of objects that tie you to past versions of yourself. Create a space that reflects the vibration you want to live in. And this goes beyond just your home. Your entire lifestyle should be aligned with high-frequency living. The food you eat, the way you move your body, the places you spend your time, all of it contributes to your energy field. If you are serious about escaping toxic environments, you have to be disciplined about what you allow into your life. But here's the real secret: raising your vibration isn't just about avoiding negativity. It's about actively creating high-frequency experiences. It's about filling your life with so much light, so much inspiration, so much purpose that toxicity becomes irrelevant. What excites your soul? What makes you feel alive? What activities bring you into a state of flow where time disappears? These moments are not random, they are glimpses of your true energy. The more you align with them, the more your reality shifts. Toxicity cannot survive in the presence of someone who is fully aligned with their highest self. And this is where most people hesitate, because stepping into a higher vibration requires letting go of everything that is not in alignment. It requires releasing relationships that no longer serve you. It requires walking away from environments that drain you. It requires stepping into the unknown, and the unknown is terrifying for most people. But here's what you need to understand: the unknown is where your freedom lies. Staying in toxic cycles feels familiar, and the mind clings to familiarity, even when it's painful. But comfort zones are not safe. They are prisons. If you want to escape, you have to be willing to step into uncertainty. You have to trust that the universe will catch you when you jump. But let me ask you something: what would happen if you stopped resisting change and fully embraced the unknown? What if you let go of everything keeping you small and stepped into your highest vibration without hesitation? What kind of life would you create? The point of no return, breaking free from the past and stepping into your highest timeline. There comes a moment in every transformation where you stand at the edge of everything you have ever known. It's the moment where you either step forward into a new reality or fall back into the old one. Most people never make it past this point. They hesitate. They look back. They let fear convince them that the unknown is too risky, that change is too painful, that staying where they are is easier. And so they remain stuck, cycling through the same toxic environments, the same limiting beliefs, the same emotional patterns, year after year, lifetime after lifetime. But if you are still here, if you are still listening, then something inside you is ready to break free. The question is, will you have the courage to let go of everything that no longer serves you? Letting go is one of the hardest things you will ever do, because it requires trust. Trust that if you walk away from what is draining you, something better will take its place. Trust that if you release the people who no longer align with you, the right ones will appear. Trust that if you stop clinging to the past, the future you are meant to live will unfold. But trust is difficult when you have spent your whole life being conditioned to believe that struggle is necessary, that suffering is normal, that you must tolerate environments that drain your soul because that's just life. But that's a lie. That's the illusion that keeps people trapped. The truth is, the moment you fully commit to raising your vibration, the universe moves to meet you. Doors open. Opportunities appear. People shift. Your external reality begins to mirror your new internal state. But you must take the first step. You must decide that you are no longer available for anything that does not align with your highest self. And once you make that decision, you can never go back. This is why transformation is not just about mindset, it is about identity. If you still see yourself as the person who tolerates toxicity, who plays small, who allows external circumstances to dictate your energy, then no amount of external change will last. You might leave a toxic job only to find yourself in another one. You might cut off draining friendships only to attract new ones that feel the same. Because your external world always reflects your internal self-image. So if you truly want to escape toxic environments, you must step into a new identity, one that is completely incompatible with anything that lowers your vibration. Who would you be if you fully embodied your highest self? How would you think? How would you speak? How would you carry yourself? What would you tolerate? What would you walk away from without hesitation? When you step into that version of yourself now, even before your reality catches up, you become a vibrational match for a whole new life. And the old life? It starts to dissolve. People who no longer align with you will fade away. Situations that once triggered you will lose their power. Opportunities that once seemed impossible will find you effortlessly. This is not magic. This is energy. This is alignment. But here's the part most people don't expect: when you start shifting, your old reality will try to pull you back in. Toxic people will test you. Old fears will resurface. You might even experience moments of doubt, wondering if you made the right choice. This is the universe asking, are you sure? Are you truly ready to step into a new vibration? Or will you fall back into the old patterns the moment things get uncomfortable? Because make no mistake, growth is uncomfortable. Stepping into a new frequency means shedding layers of yourself that you have outgrown. It means facing the parts of you that were attached to the struggle, that found identity in the suffering, that were addicted to the chaos. And when those old patterns try to pull you back, you must remember who you are becoming. You must hold your vibration. You must refuse to entertain anything that is not in alignment with your highest timeline. And this is where most people fail. They make progress, they start to shift, but then a familiar trigger appears, and they react the same way they always have. And in that moment, they lower their vibration back to the frequency of their old life. And just like that, they are pulled back into the toxic cycle. This is why awareness is everything. You must catch yourself in these moments. You must recognize when you are being tested and choose a new response. Because every time you choose differently, every time you refuse to engage with the old energy, you reinforce your new vibration. And eventually, the old reality can no longer touch you. It simply fades away. So let me ask you, what would happen if you never looked back? If you fully committed to your highest vibration, no matter what, if you refused to entertain anything that pulled you back into the old frequency, what kind of life would you create? The unshakable you, becoming a force so aligned that toxicity can no longer exist in your reality. Imagine a version of yourself so deeply aligned, so completely in tune with your highest vibration, that toxicity no longer affects you. Not because you avoid it, not because you fight against it, but because it simply cannot exist in your field anymore. This is the final stage of transformation, not just escaping toxic environments, but becoming the kind of person who can never be trapped in one again. This is the part where you don't just rise above negativity, you transcend it entirely. You become unshakable. But to reach this level, you must fully embody a new way of being. You must let go of everything that once kept you small, including the version of yourself that tolerated toxicity in the first place. The truth is, the external world will always contain chaos. It will always have people who drain energy, situations that trigger old wounds, environments that feel heavy with low vibrations. But the difference between those who remain stuck and those who ascend is simple: one reacts, the other transforms. Most people move through life in a constant state of reaction. They absorb the energy of those around them. They allow external circumstances to dictate their internal state. They let negativity pull them down over and over again. But when you become unshakable, nothing external has power over you anymore. You no longer absorb, you transmit. You no longer react, you create. You walk into any environment, and instead of being affected by its energy, you shift the energy of the entire space simply by being in it. And this is where your true power lies, because the highest level of vibration is not about escaping negativity, it's about becoming so powerful in your own energy that negativity naturally dissolves in your presence. Toxic people either shift or leave. Low vibrational situations either transform or fall away. You don't have to fight. You don't have to prove anything. Your very existence becomes the proof. But to embody this level of energy, you must master three things: presence, detachment, and creation. Presence is your anchor. Most people live in a constant state of mental chaos, reliving the past, fearing the future, overthinking every detail of their lives. But when you are fully present, when you exist completely in this moment, your energy becomes untouchable. The mind can only be manipulated when it is scattered. But a focused mind, a present mind, is a mind that cannot be controlled by external forces. When you master presence, you master your reality. And when you master your reality, You naturally rise above anything that tries to pull you down. Detachment is your shield. This doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop clinging. You stop looking for validation from others. You stop needing environments to change before you can feel at peace. You stop attaching your worth to anything outside of yourself. When you are detached, nothing can shake you. People's words lose their power. Situations lose their grip. You move through life with a sense of freedom that most people will never experience because they are still trying to control everything around them. But true power comes from surrender, not from forcing, not from resisting, but from knowing that you are always in alignment with something greater than any temporary situation. Creation is your weapon. If you don't consciously create your life, you will unconsciously live in someone else's. This is why most people stay stuck in toxic environments. They don't realize they have the power to create something different. But the moment you decide to become a creator, everything shifts. You start building a life that aligns with your highest vibration. You surround yourself with energy that fuels you. You engage in work that fulfills you. You cultivate relationships that elevate you. You stop waiting for things to change, and you become the change. And when you do this, the toxic environments you once struggled to escape will feel like a distant memory because you will have built a world where they no longer exist. So this is the final question, the only question that truly matters. Are you ready to step into this version of yourself? The version that does not tolerate low vibrations, not because you fight them, but because you have risen so far beyond them that they cannot reach you. Are you ready to embody the kind of energy that transforms everything it touches? Because the moment you decide that you are no longer available for anything less than your highest frequency, the universe will respond. And this time, there will be no going back. This is your moment. This is your turning point. The only thing left to do is step forward and never look back.